audio? Am I too loud?
Sounds fine to me.
Okay.
So
Because it sounds like every time I play it back, it sounds like I'm screaming. Well, I'll
it's
try
funny
not to.
because it's not showing. Let me go to Mitch Live.
Well, there's a delay. Remember.
There we go. Yeah, now it's on,
All right.
and
Tell me how I sound.
we have one. You sounds fine to me. Somebody is watching, so if you can let Mitch and me know how we sound, we'd appreciate it.
Probably. Oh,
It is Gussie. Hey, Gussie.
hey,
Go
Gus. What up, bro? Bro. What up, bro? Hey, Gussie. How we sounding? Larry. How we sounding? Am I too loud? Am I yelling? Is my
There's
audio
Lars.
all
Hey,
right?
Larry. What's happening, dude?
I've been feeling kind of blue lately. Well, it's better than feeling red, right? I could be feeling red. I don't want to feel red. I'd rather feel blue.
I'm
Blue
all
is
about
where it's
blue.
at. I'm all
I'm
about blue
all
too.
about blue.
All
Absolutely.
right, Larry says we sound great. Oh, by the way, did you hear Larry's song he uploaded today?
No, I got a bunch of notifications since.
A couple hours ago. It's really
Yeah,
good.
I mean, we had late dinner. We were watching some TV, and I haven't been on my computer most of the day. So
Uh, yeah, I haven't done anything constructive.
you got something new
Um,
up there, hey Larry? Good. Cheers, everybody. A little Jameson
cheers.
action tonight.
Yeah, I don't have
I'm
nothing. I
off the
should have a
wagon
coffee.
because I'm not getting sinus headaches anymore, which is, knock on wood. That's a
Very
good thing.
good.
When we get if we get up to around, I guess maybe 9 or 10 people, we're going to show a little home movie.
Home
Home
movies.
movies with time, Mitch, of the outside of my place here. Give you all a little tour and show you the project I'm doing out back and the one I've got coming up front. Well, I don't know if I can do it or not. I might have to get a landscaping company for
Yeah,
the one out front with that river.
that's a lot of work. Well, we'll talk about it when you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some video inside the house too, if you want.
No, not
Or
ready for that. Not ready for
well,
that
at
yet.
least your room,
We're
at
getting
least your
set
little
up.
room
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Well, and that's getting there, but it's still. I've got so much. This room's smaller, and I've got more things in here. Less furniture,
It
but
looks good the way you got it
but
set up. Really nice and
yeah.
cozy.
Well, put up the shirts.
What is
So
that
what I need
behind
to
you
do now.
on the right? What is that behind you on the
That's
right?
my guitar rack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a wood. It's nice. I mean, for
Oh,
$60, I mean, I think it's a hell of a deal. It's wood with little rubber around the edges for the slots for the guitars, and at the base, there's little rubber edges. And somebody said something about the rubber might. Was it Larry was mentioning, or what? Maybe somebody in the chat last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever we did the last.
mm-hmm.
But that it'll rub off on the guitar, and I don't really care. I mean, I'm not I'm not looking to score major hits selling any of my guitars. I just don't. I don't want to go through the hassle, like and you know what you're
It is
going
a
through.
hassle.
And
I still want to sell. I
I mean,
still am thinking about selling the. Yeah, I'm on this cheap thing right now. Blinks. They have. I dropped it off Friday, so tomorrow will be a week.
oh, you
Um,
haven't got it back yet.
no, I messaged
Oh,
them. I didn't hear anything. Um, well,
this
it's
is the
only they only have
ESP,
that
right?
one.
This is the
Huh?
ESP just for the fret file.
Yeah,
They can't
yeah,
file the frets. Take
yeah.
somebody who knows what they're
Oh no,
doing.
they're
Take
going to do it.
15 minutes.
They're
Oh,
going to
you're
do
gonna do
other.
a whole
Yeah, do
setup.
like a regular setup. Yeah,
Oh,
but
regular setup. Oh, okay.
really, the main thing is just the frets and new strings. But
All right, Janice. Well, look, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate that. I didn't know anybody else streamed on Thursday, but I guess streaming's coming back a little bit. Starting to see some more streams.
Janice, how do we sound to you? Do we sound all right? Am I talking too loud? Am I yelling?
No,
And
you're not yelling.
I'm glad you got your computer working okay
Oh,
again.
good, good.
Well, or good enough, I guess. And there was actually when I had my daughter's computer, I was getting some kind of error message when it booted up, and she wasn't getting at her house. But it was from some program she didn't use. Evidently, when I gave that to her, I didn't do a clean install because I had a lot of my stuff on there that
Oh,
she didn't even
gotcha.
need. I don't even know why I
Right,
left it on there. I probably didn't feel like doing a clean install,
gotcha.
but I forgot to take my stuff off, some of my stuff off. Anyhow,
All right, Janice. Thanks for the feedback, Janice,
thank you, thank
Larry, and
you.
Gussie. So
So
let
we
me
got
switch
7
over
in here
here.
right
So I
now.
was
Very
just
good.
about to go check. All right. Well, welcome everybody that's in the chat and not chatting. If you don't feel like chatting, you just want to alert. I do that all the time on these live streams. Other people's. Sometimes I just don't feel like typing in, or there might be somebody in there that I just don't want to be involved with. I'll stay out and lurk.
Rick,
Hey, Rick After, what's happening, man?
my buddy.
Yeah.
Everybody in here is our server buddies, my Discord buddies.
All right, Janice. Well, you take care. Have a great night. Enjoy your other stream, and we'll see you next time, or see you in other videos or in other chats of other live streams.
Very good. We have, well, it says 8.
Okay. All right.
8.
Well, wait a little bit.
Yeah, we're
So,
no hurry.
so you sold the Katana amp,
I sold the Katana last, a week
and
or two ago.
and the money from that you went and bought the ESP, the LT ESP.
Yeah, it should cover that. It should cover most
EC10.
of the setup.
Is that an EC10? Was that what it was called? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that exact same guitar. It's
Like
funny
the
you
Les
got that.
Paul, like the
Yeah.
Les Paul,
Yeah.
24 frets.
I bought one of those about 5 years ago. And just to show you, in 5 years, that guitar has gone up $50 in price.
Yeah, I got it on sale. It's $200.
I got it on sale, I think around Christmas time or something. Whatever year I got it, I'm thinking it was 5 years ago, for $99, and I bought it because I was going to become my own guitar tech and learn how to set up guitars.
Yeah, I know.
Because I knew one day, I hadn't bought the Les Paul yet. I knew one day I was going to get a Les Paul or an SG, something with that, and it has kind of like a Tune-o-matic type bridge setup.
It does.
That it's not a Tune-o-matic,
but it's like half the weight is the Les Paul.
Right,
it's
right.
really light, really light.
Of course, I never did learn. But what was cool about that guitar was two things: the pickups. Surprisingly, for $100 or $150 are good pickups.
I mean, in my video, I thought they sounded good.
Right. And it was cool.
I'm really impressed with it, and I'm kind of, I'm not a metal guy, but I like some of it, and I guess that's the main reason. Not that I can't play metal and anything else. I mean, as much as I can play. Frank C. Hello, Frank.
Hey, Frank, what's happening?
Frank is in here, and that's it.
Well, I don't know what makes one. What other than I would think most metal guitars are Floyd Rose type or something.
Yeah, they are. I don't like. Now I was messing around with. I talked about maybe getting rid of the EVH, and I was playing with it the other day. One day I don't like it, and the next day I like it. You know what I mean? I was playing with the. So I'll probably wind up keeping that. But
I like the 24th fret. That was kind of cool.
I like that.
That's
the only. I don't have no 24 fret guitar since I.
At the time, I still had my Paul Reed Smith, the Torero, which had 24 frets. But I didn't play that guitar that much because it had EMG pickups, and I couldn't. They just didn't. Me and them didn't get along with my effects.
Were they active?
At the time. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
no, EMGs are all. I think EMG are all active.
I think they have some passive ones. I believe.
Do they?
I don't know. Somebody maybe Larry.
Yeah, you had to put the battery in it. I remember the first time I said, "Oh, Christ, this guitar doesn't work anymore." And then it dawned on me, you got to change the battery, and then put the battery in there, and then But I did a couple videos with it that turned out for a while there. I guess around COVID, we were doing Pink Floyd jams.
Frank? What was the verdict? Is he innocent or guilty? Alex Murdaugh. I've been watching that, paying attention. I watched the documentary on Netflix. Man, nothing but was like 6 murders from that family. I mean, not murder. Well, the one girl died in that boat accident, but it's crazy.
So is he guilty or innocent?
Guilty on all charges. Very good.
A lot of the talking heads thought that he was so.
They came back fast. I thought it was going to take. At least a day or more than a day, because they were deliberating this morning. I'm surprised they came back that fast. Yeah,
he's watching the documentary. Guilty. Did you think he was guilty?
Yeah. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, you don't have Netflix on it? Yeah, it was good. I mean, You
don't know
could.
what it's about. Don't want to know what it's about. I just,
It's
it's
he's an
yeah,
evil man. He's going to get what he
yeah,
deserved. That's
yeah.
all. They thought he was above the law. Anywho, um, so new gear. Um, I'm on my PC, but I did, as we all know, I did get an M Audio USB Air 192.8, but I'm using that on my Mac. I am not on the Mac now. I'm on my PC, and as you can see, I got for Christmas. My wife got me this thing here, and it's working good. It does all these different colors. I never got it working that good before, but it is now. I guess the key is
Yeah.
have it point in the
That's
ceiling
good.
instead of the wall. And of course, I'm on my. I can mess around with the different colors on this the Elgato face cam. It's got real good software, so it's pretty good. And I do have a light facing on me, pretty good, which I probably don't need, but I
Yeah.
think it's pretty good. Um, anyway, so I got that, and I got the ESP EC10 that it's in his shop tomorrow, big week as we were talking about. So I can't wait to get that back. I just can't afford any more big end guitars unless I sell something expensive, and so that's where we stand. But
Yeah.
there's some cheap guitars that sound good. Now we're talking about learning how to do your own guitar. Now when I got the mono price, I expected I was all ready to work with that. Cut the strings off, taped up everything. But when I got this one, my back was bothering me, and I didn't want to be. And this was actually worse. The ESP was worse than the mono price guitar. But I didn't. My back bothered me when every fret needed work, and I didn't feel like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was that bad. I mean, I
So
cut my
you
hand off.
started trying, you tried, but you said the hell with
I
it.
didn't even try.
Oh, you didn't
My
even
back
try.
was bothering me at the
Oh,
time.
right,
My wife, the on the one on the mono price, it was sharp, but it wasn't cut me like the
right.
ESP was. But I just used an Emmy board and I got it real good. But then I polished the frets.
I remember you
I
saying that.
probably put between 2 and 3 hours working because I taped everything. Well, I cleaned it. I cleaned everything off. I polished the frets first, or did I clean the fretboard first? Then I taped everything off, polished the frets. I didn't use. I just used the polish. I didn't use the. Some people use steel wool. I didn't do that because some people say you don't want that stuff going in your pickups, and so I didn't
Oh,
do any
yeah,
of
that's
that.
yeah, right. Yeah.
The particles and magnetic stuff, whatever. But and yeah, so I did put some work in there, but I rather play than fix guitars. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. I'm
I
with
hate
you,
changing
bud.
strings. You know. So everything and now your place, everything's all. You got your internet's working good. You got your
Yeah,
guitar.
I'm
Look,
on the
look at
yeah,
Don's guitar room. Hey, let me show you solo that so everybody can see how good it
yeah, I
looks.
put
Look
up
at
the
that.
shirts. I put up the shirts, got a guitar rack for all my guitars. And the one thing though is I've got a mug for just about every one of those shirts except for Autism Rocks, and that's the head of the dummy. So like Hack has a hat,
Yep.
and Dave Stafford up there. Come in, Dave Stafford. He disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you can't see his hat because it's black and blue. But I'm gonna have to move him. I'm gonna have to move him down. He's too out of because being
Right.
black.
Right.
But anyway, but for the other ones, I have a mug, and that's the head. The shirt's the body, and the
Oh yeah.
mug
Yeah.
is the head of the guitar producing dummies.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna end up doing eventually is building a little tiny shelf that a mug will fit on. Where did I put all them damn mugs? I've got them in one of the drawers. Here they are. So like this is YT Jam Tracks mug.
Right.
So that'll go on top of YT Jam Tracks shirt. Boy, it's so hard to do that right there. And that'll be his head, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to build a little piece of wood to come out of the wall above the neck
Yeah.
of the shirt, and that'll be the head. So because I got all these mugs, I got a mug for everybody. Laurie,
Right.
Boomer, Guitar Hack. Well, Guitar Hack has his hat. His hat is his head.
I guess I could do something similar. I'm trying to think how many shirts I have. I have two hoodies. I think I
Well, it
only got
looks,
four
I
or
don't know.
two
You got a
t-shirts.
pretty, it looks pretty junky. I mean, it doesn't look bad on video, but in person, like my wife hates it. So you're liable to next stream or in upcoming stream when we do this or when I do a video, put it on my, jam video. It's going to look different because my wife wants to make it symmetrical and nice and neat. And she doesn't like,
Right.
it's helter skelter, which I think looks cool, but she doesn't like it.
I
Now
wonder if
I am I'm at one end, I'm at the opposite end of my music room. It's rectangular in shape, really.
Mhm.
So that's why you really can't hardly see the
Nah.
shirt. You can see the shirts, but it's hard. You could, unless you know the logos of the channels, it's hard to tell who's who.
Mhm.
But anyway, it was like I just thought that the wall looked too bare. It just it
I still think about hanging my green screen up every now and
Oh
then, but
yeah. I probably should delve into that.
um, now
Hmm.
you can do a green screen in here without
Really?
an actual green screen, but it's not as good. You'll get some artifacting on the sides, but
Right.
I don't know.
There's a blackjack guitar. So hey, Larry,
Hey, blackjack.
you're in the chat, and Mitch, I don't know if you know that because I don't think you use it, but this S diff whatever that is, for the Helix, okay? Because I'm not, I haven't tried again, but I know it's useless. My Zoom interface is not talking to my computer, or at least the Reaper and Zoom are not connecting. So conventional way of doing it, USB. So I'm going to try this SDiff. What kind of? I don't understand what kind of cables. I watched Caesar All Guitar video on this.
Yeah, he does it.
He
Yeah,
did that a few years ago, about 3 years ago. He did it because I looked at my comment. It was 3 years ago. I said I was going to delve. I said, give me a couple years. It's been 3 years, and I'm still not into figured out how to
I read up on
construct
that because I
everything.
was looking at it. I said, it does. There's virtually no difference from what I would add if you do it from what you're doing and
Well,
use.
I'm
Yeah,
okay. You're right, but I'm going by what Caesar said. But
I know, I know.
just because it's a troubleshooting thing. I mean, I'm looking at them. It looks like these cables are only like $10. Mitch, the blue black round looks cool. It
Oh, I'm
does look
sorry.
cool. It does look cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Like he had
yeah. I'm
red
working with. Yeah, I'm
when
really
I came
satisfied
into
with
the
that
green
Caesar.
room. He had red, and I told him, I said, "Oh, you going red on us tonight?" He goes, "Well, I can do blue. Of course, I like blue."
Yeah, I got, and I can do this thing here. I think this.
That's green. Cool.
Oh, actually, it's gonna should change. No, it's not changing.
Oh,
It's
red.
nah. Oh,
That's
it
purple.
changed. It's going through all
Purple.
different colors.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I could
purple.
play that on when the Ravens play.
Yeah.
That's like a light blue.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah,
And
that's really working
everybody
good.
give Mitch some props. He's been behaving himself very well, and you can see how thin his head and face is and body. How many you dropped? About 60?
Nah, I don't know, like 50, between 50,
You're pretty
55, somewhere
close.
in it.
You're pretty close.
Yeah, but I'm doing bad lately. Not every day, but I probably had the worst week I had. But the
Yeah,
last 2 days, I'm
Mitch
back on
bowed to
track.
family peer pressure the other last weekend.
And the
One
thing
time
is,
he.
when I'm bad, right? Since I was bad over my brothers, right, on the way home, we had to get pizza, and I can't eat just one. And we have this place called Genova's, and it's really good pizza. And I had about, I'm not going to tell you how many pieces I had, four. And anyway, but the last 2 days I've been back on track. Knock on wood. Um, as long as I don't screw up today, I have salad. I got to eat salad after the show. I eat salad. I got some chicken to put on it, and I'll be done. They'll be fine.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not getting a big turnout tonight, but that's okay because
It's
we
still early.
appreciate everybody
It's
that comes.
always late. Now we just
It's
got two in
20
here.
after. Oh, we got two in there.
Yeah.
All right. Do y'all want to see the you want to see a home movie?
Yeah. Anybody want to see a home movie?
Get this
Yeah.
over with.
Tell me when you're ready,
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I'm going to narrate this because the volume is too much wind. So this is my wife and mine's new house. Let it run, and I'll tell you when to stop it. When we get to the ditch, stop it. So that's the front of the house. Have not used the fireplace yet. and I'm not sure why. Oh, we're ahead of it. Go back a little bit, Mitch. You know what? We'll go back. We can go back and we can do the. There's a ditch in the front. This is the front. You know the street, the very front. And come. Let's see. Am I going to show the ditch? Have we already shown the? There's the ditch. So look at this. See that little ditch there? It's every time it rains, like we had thunderstorms this morning, and you'll
Hmm.
see. Keep going. Keep running it. There you go. Stop it right now. Right there in the center is you can see a little bit of moisture and mud. Well, that whole ditch fills up with water, and it makes me ill because you know in the summertime if that you have that.
My believe it or not, my little yard gets like that.
Yeah, well, that's going to stop. It's never been addressed by the two previous owners. The last owner that we bought it from, they were only there 5 years, but they didn't do much. Uh, so, all right, run it. Go ahead. In fact, fast forward a little bit, or go ahead. Go ahead. Back up to the where I'm heading out back, if you can. There you go. So I got a project going out back. Got a gate. There we go. So a lot of pine trees. Everything's pine trees, pretty much. No more oak trees, pine trees. Little path there. There's my neighbor. The neighbors are great.
Very close.
Yeah. Well, but see that's their garage side, so that's good. So we have a gate here. We have a fenced-in backyard, but the fence only goes back so far. We've got more property behind, on the other side of the fence, and then that right. Oh, so right there. Stop just for a second. Right there, and is above the pat behind the air
Oh
conditioner.
shoot! Sorry,
What did you do? There we go.
I clicked on the
That's all right.
videos.
That's okay. So anyway, right there past the air conditioning unit is an outdoor shower. So my friend Marty and Valerie from outside north of Baltimore City, out at Harford County, they stopped down. They came down to see the place, and they'd never heard of an outdoor shower. Well, when you're near the beach, we're 7.5 miles from the ocean. Okay, the Atlantic Ocean. You need an outdoor shower because if you spend the day at the beach, you get a lot of sand all over everything. You don't want all that sand going
No.
down your tub inside the house because it'll eventually clog everything up and screw up your pipes. So that's an outdoor shower. But anyway, so the property keeps going. Are we yeah, okay. See, I tried to go real slow with this because I didn't want to get everybody motion sickness. So I've got a lot. You can see the piles of pine needles. This is like many years of pine needles. And my property goes all the way back to the length of the fence there on the right side of this picture, but it comes on an angle like almost a 45-degree angle to the left of the screen you're looking at, the property line. And that's all my property. Well, I don't want to have that little backyard. You can't do it. I can't put a deck. You can't do anything. It's the fire pit. I don't want a fire pit that close to the house. So anyway, I'm going to clear all that stuff out. I'm going to try to get these big trees cut down because they are monsters.
Just the two or
There's five. There's actually five of them, real
five?
big ones. Four. The one tree there in the back is going, but anyway. So yeah. So anyway, I think I'm going to show. You can see I'm piling up all these pine needles, and I
That's a lot of.
wheelbarrow that around in my truck. I got a place 3.5 miles where I can dump all this stuff, but it's $8 a load. Hey, the dog pod's here. Hey, Wolf.
We got 10 watching.
Yeah,
Hey,
good. That's what I said.
hey dog paw.
So anyway, you can see how thick all that shit. Now there's the property stake. That is 12 yards past the back of the fence on this side of the.
So you got a lot of
I've
land
got a
back
lot
there.
of room. So you go from an angle from there down to the other thing. You can see how much I've got like a little forest. I don't want a little forest. I want a nice little park behind. I don't want a forest. I want a little park behind my house, you know.
Right.
So you got a lot of work cut it. You can cut it off now. That's enough.
Okay.
But and if we'd have let it go, so we have on the back we have the steps. If you saw the steps there to the going into the house, that's the laundry room, which leads into the kitchen. And it's so cool for us being on one level, no steps except for getting in the house and getting out, out the back. It's like 10, 15 yards from the bedroom to the laundry room. Score. No more down the
you don't have a basement, do you? It's a slab.
No, no, it's
Good.
crawl space. Yeah, yeah. We're about, I guess, about 3 feet off the ground. I
Okay.
think that's about how high a crawl space is. About, I don't know. Anyway, they had a plumber and the cable guy gone underneath there, and they say it's dry, so that's good. But we still need some work down under there.
See, I like the back the way it is. You don't have a whole bunch to cut. That would be good for me.
But if so, in my music room, if you look back here, here's a window. That's out back of the house. Okay,
Hmm.
and where I'm sitting at, right here, right, yeah, right. Yeah, so hard to get this right to where my fingers point. Okay, right there is another door and steps to the outdoors. So my music room has a doorway to the outdoors, which is kind of cool. And all this over my shoulder here is a long window. So Janet was out back having a smoke one night, and I was cranking it up, jamming. And she goes, "You might want to turn down a little bit. I'm going to wake this
Oh,
neighborhood
really?
up." So, Mitch, the weirdest thing is your neighborhood real quiet?
It's pretty quiet. Yeah.
Well, it is. It's like eerily quiet. It's like Janet said. I think it's this neighborhood's a science experiment because other than the birds, you never hear any noise. Occasionally, a dog will bark somewhere, and there's a lot of dogs.
Yeah,
A
yeah, we
lot of
do.
it's a big. This is a very large community.
Well,
Okay,
I'm in a
very
mobile
large.
home, and but it's not for senior citizens only. So there's some kids
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, we got kids
Um,
and school buses and all around here. Not many
yeah,
kids, but
not many
probably
here.
not as many as yet. But it is quiet. We'll sit outside and we feel like we got to almost whisper, or the whole neighborhood around is going to hear us talking. Crazy. But we are not smoking in the house. That's why you don't see me smoke on the chats anymore.
But you don't have no close music stores to you. Y-
Oh my God! Listen, look at that, Mitch. Highlight that.
Which one?
Dogpa's last pitch. Severe wind warning, huge storm hitting. Got to run into the house. See you when I can. All right, Doc.
Well,
Say,
he's in Texas, there, right?
yeah, yeah. Severe wind. Oh, Christ, I hope I don't have a goddamn tornado. Doc, be safe.
Yeah. So you haven't checked any music. I think you said there was a music store in Salisbury or
Nah,
something.
we need to go back to Salisbury because, like, there's no Mason. Here's the weird part about living in I guess a shore town, near the shore, near the ocean, the beach, is there's like the biggest box store within 10 miles of here is Lowe's. There's no Macy's, no Boscov. Now this is East Coast folks, so these are there's no J.C. Penney, no, there's just no malls. It's very strange. So you got to either go to Dover, which is about an hour away from us, or Salisbury, which is about 40 minutes, 45 minutes to get to regular big stores. And it's even crazier. The closest Walmart is a half hour away in Rehoboth Beach. And there's no Target anywhere to be found. There's a Target in Salisbury. So it's strange. But life goes on and I don't care because I can go to the beach if it bothers me too much, I'll just go listen to the waves.
Oh yeah, but you'll have when you got the boardwalk, you got a boardwalk up there. You got a couple board. You got the one in Ocean City and one in wherever
Bethany's
that
got a
one
little tiny. Bethany Beach has a little tiny
little small one.
boardwalk.
Yeah,
It's
we go to that
if
one.
you blink your eyes, it's you finish walking on
Yeah,
it.
it's
But
not that much.
and then Rehoboth, half hour. Ocean City's closer, but it's about both of them are about Ocean City's probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. They're both about a half hour away.
Right, right.
Well, you go to the boardwalk, Ocean City's probably further than
I
Rehoboth.
was telling you I used to fish that Indian River Inlet. When you
Yeah,
cross,
yeah,
you cross going to Delaware,
right.
and that water, man, I hate to fall in that water because it's the inlet. It's rushing.
Yeah. It's got
Uh,
it. So now this is you guys are going to see a very cool video in May. New features. All right, Essex let me. Okay. In May. So, and this is look up. Do a Google search on horseshoe crabs, and the Smithsonian has a thing: 10 facts about horseshoe crabs. So I'm about 300-400 yards, maybe 500. I go by football field, so 100 yards is a football field. So it's about 4 or 5 football fields from my house. It's not that far. Is the Indian River? Indian River. Is that what?
Hmm.
Yeah, Indian River outlet. So it's
Inlet,
it's the
inlet.
Delaware inlet. No, well, the inlet, but it's a river. No,
Well,
where I'm at is the
yeah, yeah,
river. The
yeah,
river
yeah, yeah,
goes into the inlet.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
inlet is right before you get to the ocean, Mitch. That's where the
Right.
bridge is. Okay,
Yeah.
so uh, it's the Delaware Bay. Okay, and the river goes into the bay. So I'm not to the bay yet. I'm at the river point, but what's very cool is there's a little beach. It's real mini beach. Okay, but there's sand, and by about I guess around by 11, 12 o'clock, the tide goes out. So you actually have about maybe 20 yards of beach, maybe not, maybe 15 yards of beach, 10, 15 yards of beach. Dog loves running up and down there. But what happens in May is the horseshoe crabs come out and they lay millions of eggs, and then they hatch. After they hatch, all these horseshoe crabs, it's like turtles, they head into the water. It's like phenomenal. It's a phenomenon, you know. And
Yeah, I hate them.
what, horseshoe crabs?
Well, the Route 50 bridge, you don't. I fished there a million times. The
Oh,
only
okay.
thing I ever get was those stupid horseshoe.
Horseshoe crabs. Yeah.
They're
Well, they're
like,
bottom feeders. They're like flounder. They're bottom feeders.
they're disgusting. It's got a hard shell, and but I have gone fishing in the bay out there, and I caught a couple flounder
Yeah.
before, and
Yeah.
then I took it out some. I've been out on a few head boats. We caught a lot of fish then.
So if you believe all this stuff, what's the science of artifacts and all that? What do they call that? The people that determine how old stuff are. It's a million
Yeah,
years
I
old,
know
or
what you.
not geology.
Paleon, Paleon.
One
I
of
don't.
those, one of those
Somebody
times.
will.
Somebody,
Somebody will
somebody
say it
help
in
me
there.
out in the chat here. Help me out in the chat. So,
Yeah.
if you believe all that stuff, horseshoe crabs predate dinosaurs.
Yeah, they do look something like something you don't see every day.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they have no. But here's some interesting facts. They bleed blue, and the blood that's blue, they use that blood to help test vaccines. So they contribute to the ecosystem. A lot of these shorebirds, the birds that you only see around the beach, wouldn't survive without all the eggs because they eat they
Yeah,
eat a lot of their eggs and
the
whatever.
circle of life.
Archaeology,
Archaea,
thank you,
yeah.
Blackjack. I don't play. How do they know something's 100 million years old? Get the
I don't know.
get the out of
I
here.
don't know how
They
they do, but
they
they
don't
they,
know
they
that.
count the rings. They count the ring. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they count. That's on the trees, dude. And
Oh, I mean,
and that
like
makes
turtle.
sense to me.
Some of
Okay,
those
I'll
turtles will
I'll
live a
give them
long time.
that. But how do they know? How do they know?
I don't
They've
understand.
got they've got drawings in caves that the cavemen of some of the things. They've got skeletons, but I don't believe you can take a skeleton and come up with what they didn't have all this computer technology when we were kids in elementary school. This is me
Hmm.
and Mitch. We're in our mid 60s, okay? But they had pictures of all these dinosaurs. I don't believe they know what. How do they know what these dinosaurs really look like?
Sorry, I had to get that in there. Couldn't remember how
Perfect.
to
That
do
was
that.
perfect, right? Yeah. So,
Wasn't sure
anyway.
if I remembered how to do that.
Put me check. I'm checking the box non-believer on that stuff.
Oh,
So.
there's something else you want to say before you forget that I didn't know.
Mm. Oh, right. So let me go back. Let me go to YouTube. Okay, so any of you people that are wrenches, okay, and you should make more of these people. Like you should make Larry a wrench, Janice a wrench, Frank C a wrench. This is my opinion. You make whoever it's your channel. You make good. But So if you all remember, uh, a couple years ago or a year ago, when you were in the chat of a live stream, you could point your air. If you let's now, I'm on a laptop, okay, or you could be on your PC, what a computer. But if you point your mouse to somebody's comment and go to the far right, there's three dots. When you click it now, it just says go to channel, report, or block. Okay. But a year or so ago, it used to say, um, go to channel. You can't do that. But hey, Mitch, I'm a wrench. I'm in blue, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Type in
I
hello.
can I can see where it says go to channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can. I don't. I
Oh, there you go. Okay, go to channel.
for anybody I click on it doesn't. Yeah,
Okay, now it's working. Okay, now that I've typed in hello. Okay, all right, got it. Okay, but anyway, so if you're a wrench, you can go to somebody's channel, and it makes it easy to subscribe to them. Okay, let me go back to StreamYard.
yeah. I don't know why they took that away from the like they
From
had it
just
before.
Joe Blow that's in the chat. So
Right.
so if you're a wrench and you click those three dots of somebody's comment in the chat and you don't know those people and you want to subscribe to check their channel out, you can do it right, during the so anyway, I found that interesting. So like Gussie can go to Blackjack Guitars comment, click the three dots, and he can go to Blackjack Guitars channel, check it out, and subscribe if he wants to. So just to let you know, and I didn't. Somebody else pointed that out. I forget whose live stream it was, but I found that it might have been Rick Romanelli's.
Mm-hmm.
So it is kind of cool. I mean, Johnny Bean's been doing his on Tuesday night for forever. Okay, and he seems to be hooked up a lot with what's it who's that guy? Oh, shit, not large guitar, not Larry. Chad.
Yeah, Laz, music therapy,
Music
music therapy.
therapy last. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks. And Monday night, Rick Romanelli at 5 o'clock, early every Monday night. Rick Romanelli's been doing a kind of a cool jam thing. He just plays the backing tracks and talks to people in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he's a real good talker. You go there, these names and highlight it, and go to the channel. Right? Yeah. Yeah. You got to click the name. You got to click. No, you got to just go to channel. Wait, well, you're saying you can no. If you go there, go to their name. Where is that? Carbon test now. Oh, carbon test for how old something is. I still don't believe it. I don't believe a machine can tell from the carbon, can tell how many millions of years something is. If you go there and name to their name and highlight it and go to their channel, that doesn't always work. I've tried that blackjack guitar. Like you take somebody whose name is Bill Jones, and there's like 5 million Bill Joneses. It doesn't come up right away. You ever do that, Mitch? Searching for somebody?
Well, no, I haven't. Not of
recently.
late. Not of late. No,
Yeah.
I didn't know it until you told me about it.
Yeah. But every once in a while, I'm in somebody's chat and I don't know. Let me go check this person out because comment that either doesn't make sense or does make sense. I want to see what their channel's all about.
Right. Right. So all in all, you like it where it's at? You like it? I mean, do you miss Catonsville?
Not in the least. I don't miss the Baltimore Beltway. I don't miss 95.
I hear you.
I don't miss all the oak leaves.
When we went over my brother's Sunday, I usually go to back way, Schwann Road to get on 83.
Right.
I didn't even though it's like a couple miles shorter. But I went this past Sunday. I went around 795 to the Beltway because I can go between 70 and 80 miles an hour. There,
right, exactly.
You can't go fast until you hit
Schwann
83.
Road. Right. Yeah. Right.
And I did. Yeah, I made some time this past. But
yeah, you make.
I get annoyed. I mean, there's so many crazy people in the Baltimore Beltway. I
Let me
mean,
tell you something. You got and if you're driving, you can't be an angry driver. You got better
nah.
watch who you're like tailgating or putting the brakes on, slamming the
You
brakes
could
on
be
so that
going
they
85, 90 miles an hour. I
and somebody's
guarantee you.
pulling
And
your
somebody's going to
ass.
be tailgating you. I guarantee
Exactly.
you.
Just get out of their way, get out of the truck's way because you don't there's too many crazy people out there with guns. Don't piss people off, folks. I don't care how
I've
bad you
been
think you are. I don't care how bad a day you've had and what kind of temper you're in. If you want to stay
I've been
alive,
involved. I've been
do
involved in road
not
rage, and
piss somebody. Do not piss people off in the car. I'm telling you, there people are getting shot just for looking at somebody stupid.
some of the
Don't
stuff
even
I did.
look at
I
people.
should have got arrested for some of the stuff I did. I didn't, but I should have. I mean, luckily they wouldn't get out of the car. Um, what he would have he could have got out of the car. Could have been 6'9", but the guy wouldn't come out. I did some stupid things. Like I admit I wouldn't do it now, but when I was younger, I can't believe some of the stuff I did.
Well, I used to years ago, like on the Beltway, if somebody got on my ass, I'd take my foot off the accelerator and just tap the brake, not enough to brake, slow the car down, but it would put on the brake lights and it would freak the people out. They think they're going to run into you. They don't. A lot of people. Like
Yeah.
when I went down last May to Dunedin to my nieces, and we were
Hmm.
driving. She would drive a lot of the time to wherever we were going and she did it, and I didn't want to hurt her feelings and say, Amy, get off the guy's ass. But she's one of those drivers that thinks if you're in the left-hand lane and you get right up behind somebody, you got to get out of my way because I want to go faster than you. And it doesn't work that way. And if that person has to put on the brakes real soon,
Hmm.
you don't want to get into a high-speed collision on a highway, folks. Anyway, that's enough lecturing. That's the sermon of the day, right?
Yes, there it is. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And ring that bell. Although I'll tell you what, I didn't get a, hold on, let me go back to YouTube for a second. I did not get a notification. Oh, I did 41 minutes ago that you've gone live, Mitch, but I did not get a like you put up a notification that we were having a live stream, what, Tuesday?
Uh, no, I just did it today.
Oh, okay.
I sent you the no. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
No, you sent me
Or
the
was it
link.
yesterday? Yesterday. What's the yeah?
I never like I don't get notification on hacks, guitar hacks when he adds his. I just got lucky the other
I
night
had mine turned off. I had mine turned off because
when he did his.
I would just get
Uh,
hammered. Now I'll see stuff on the YouTube page that somebody's live, but I follow like 1,000 people,
yeah,
and
well, I ring the bell. I probably had the bell rung on about 20 different people, and like five of them are backing track channels
yeah.
because I like that. That's right now. It's easiest for me. Like I haven't used my Trio Plus in like 2 weeks. It's just
Mhm.
easy for me to hook the USB up to the laptop with the Helix and jam to backing tracks. You
You've
know,
been doing it like that lately,
yeah,
or
that's all I do, and through the headphones.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because let me tell you something. This PA this new used PA system I got, Mitch. So zero is 6 o'clock in the morning, right? On 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock, right? If I turn it and as you turn it around, it gets louder, right? You know how it's because it's got knobs now instead of sliders like my old one. This has got knobs.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, on the master volume, I have it at about at 630. 630 is zero. Okay, I have it at about 632, and it's too loud. And then you have the channel volumes, and those are at about 1 o'clock. They're at about 7 o'clock. It's crazy how loud it is. And the Helix, I have to almost, like lower all the volume. It's a pain in the
Yeah,
ass to lower
haven't
all
used the Helix in a while.
the. Oh, well,
I
that's
need
all
to.
I use. That's all I
Yeah,
use.
I know, I know.
I'll never buy another pedal. Uh, The only puddle I have that's not a helix part of it is that the C9. I forget who makes it. I haven't used it for a while.
Last night,
Is it
last couple
TK?
days, I was using a PC and I've been using
It's an organ. Makes the guitar sound like an
THU.
organ. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The C9 is very cool. The B. I wish I'd gotten the B9. I think, but Jesse said the C9 is the better way to go. All right, what do we
Right.
got going? Pine needles are a lot worse than oak leaves. No, they're not, Blackjack. They're lighter, and they're easier to put in the wheelbarrow. And so I was telling Mitch I got poison ivy. I got a little poison ivy on my head. I got them on my two wrists right here and here, just from like picking up. So I have devised a way. If you're an older person with a bad back and you have to deal with the leaves, here's what you need. You need a regular conventional rake, with the big long metal teeth. Get a metal rake, not a plastic one. But if you have plastic will work. Then you need an old fashioned snow shovel, not one with the bent, the arm, the thing that's there, and then it's kind of bent. I'm talking about the snow shovels, how they have that
Yeah, yeah.
to make it easier. You want it just as straight, and the snow shovel and your rake are tongs. So you rake up a pile, and this way you don't have to bend down and use your hand with the rake to put the leaves into wherever you're going to put them. I put the pine needles in my wheelbarrow it around. I'll tell you more about that later, how I get them into the back of my truck. But because we're saving our back because we get older, our lower, especially our lower back. So you rake up a pile, you get down there and you put the snow shovel underneath it, like your dustpan. The snow shovel is your dustpan, the rake is your broom, and you rake the leaves or the pine needles on top of the dustpan, which is the snow shovel, smash them together, and you don't have to bend over. You bend over very little, and you lift that up and put it in your bag or your can, or in my case, the wheelbarrow. And then I
Right.
roll it around. But I've got a lot of pine cones too. It's like these people for years threw their rose bush clippings and everything else
Hmm.
over that fence in my back, and I got a lot of cleanup to do. It'll take me till June before I get it all cleaned up out back.
I hear you. That's a lot of work. I mean, backbreaking work.
That's not the way I've got. So, and then to get it out of the wheelbarrow into the truck, you get one of those big blue tarps and you spread it out. You buy your truck, if you have a truck, it's in the wheelbarrow. You dump half of what's in the wheelbarrow on top of the blue tarp, fold the blue tarp up because it's not that heavy. Now you lift that up and dump it in the truck. Pull the carp. I should do a self help video for people just on YouTube to how not to kill your back with leaves.
Yeah,
You ever bend over?
I think you're supposed to get a big snowstorm tonight or tomorrow, right? Blackjack.
Oh, they've been getting snow, 7 feet of snow in California. What the is going on? That's what I heard on the news tonight.
Most we had one of the mildest winters we had in a.
So I think Mitch, I didn't finish reading the article. No, you had to watch a video, but it was from like WMAR, Baltimore News, the TV. And I think in March in Baltimore in Maryland in general, I think they have to get 16 inches of snow or it'll be the record lowest amount of snow in a year
Oh,
ever.
really?
Yeah. There's been
Same
no snow.
here. Same here.
Dustings, a couple dustings, and that's it. I mean, we had a dusting here the other day, but I mean, by next morning it was all gone, except in a couple spots on the mulch and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's all we ever. That's all we had this year, once or twice, and nothing. I don't mind. I never had to. I have the shovel out on the deck, but never had to use it.
Hey, being this close to the ocean, occasionally you'll get some snow. There'll be a blizzard or something will happen. It's a phenomenon, happens every 10, 20 years. But I left the snow blower at the old house, threw it in, that and the
Did you?
tractor. Don't need the tractor. So blackjack guitar has been 2 days of mild weather. Good for you, man.
Yeah, it was
Hopefully it
60.
warms up.
I think it hit 60 here today.
Oh, it definitely hit 60 today.
Yeah,
Then the wind kicked it. Once the wind kicked up, of course, it got cold. But it's March. It's early March, March 2nd. I mean, it's supposed to
I
be
can't
cold.
believe it already.
Uh,
March,
you know,
spring is
I
a few
almost
weeks
went golf.
away.
I almost went golfing today, but I said, nah, I'm not going to go golfing. So anyway, oh, by the way, cheers. And this fine live stream by Mitch is having is brought to you by Jameson. Jameson.
Jameson,
Blood, blood
or
of the
coffee.
gods, or coffee. Your choice.
Um,
You choose the brand. What do you drink?
I
Maxwell
drink.
House or Folgers?
I know I drink the I have the Keurig thing, and I drink
Mm,
different brands, but
Keurig, yeah,
I
that's
like
different.
the hazelnut.
Hazelnut, okay.
Yeah, hazelnut.
Yeah, see, the Keurig threw a monkey wrench in there for many, many years before the Keurig became the thing that most people have. We do not have one. You're either a Maxwell house or a Folgers house.
I did like
You were
Folgers.
Folgers
I did like
before
Folgers.
Keurig. That's it. We do Folgers.
But you know
I
what I
can
did?
drink Maxwell House, but I prefer Folgers. I think
I
that's better.
like I used to like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Okay, we have a new arrival, Mark's gas station. I guess that's gas is in gear acquisition syndrome. Very cool name. Welcome to the Donna Mitch show, Mark. Are you familiar with that name? Is that someone we know
Um,
who just changed their name, or?
I don't recognize it. Um,
But anyway, welcome.
welcome. And he's got a legit channel.
Frank C. Dunkin' Donuts, I think is the best, then 7-Eleven, and then Royal Farms if you're on the East Coast.
Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of pedal stuff on
Oh,
his
cool,
channel.
cool. Okay, that's cool.
Yep, a lot of pedals. I mean, a good bit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, people like. I think more people tend to like pedals than I'm the other side of the fence. I'm a multi effects. Processors.
Yeah,
Digital
I know
process.
nothing about pedals. I mean, I just like you. I do everything with either Helix or virtually with
Whatever on the
VSTs.
computer.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Um, now Gussie and Hack, they know pedals like the
Well,
Bob
Hack makes it.
and
I think
Rick
Guitar Hack
Hefner.
makes a very compelling argument for having pedals,
Yeah.
especially if you're playing live. I don't think you've got to be really sharp and have some very patient band members, um, because I think when you go in and play, every place you're playing is different, and you're generally, I think, using their PA for the
Right.
sound, and your Helix or count whatever fractal or there's so many there's so Boss name, there's a million different ones. I
Hmm.
think it's going to take a while to get the volumes right. So when if you're out doing gigging, I think pedals is probably more practical, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
because most pedals only have a few little tweaks, whereas like something with the Helix, you got a lot of tweaking to do to get the sound right. You know what I'm saying? Because it might sound real great at home. It always sounds great through the headphones, the Helix, but it doesn't. It's not too sweet sometimes coming out of it, because when the minute you go into a PA or something, you're, at least with this one that I have now, it's you're going analog. You're mono. You're not stereo. You know. So anyway, so
I want to suggest, like we mentioned earlier, Lars Guitars is in here. He just put up another song. Go to
oh
his
yeah,
channel.
yeah, 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 yeah.
If you, I don't know if you have to be a mod to see it or everybody can see it. But I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna post his link. He
Yeah,
just put a
do it.
song up, and it's really good. I mean, yeah, let me post the link in here, and then everybody can go there and sub to him.
Yeah, I'm going to put up a link too to somebody. I want to talk about it just very briefly.
Um, there you go. I'll do it. Toy. Yeah, the most recent thing he put up there today. Really, it's good. If you like metal, it's good. Really good.
Uh,
Larry, what guitar did you use on that? Did you use the new one or the new one you just got? Well, not the new used one you got. I mean, because that sounded really
you put it
good.
up twice, Mitch.
I know. I did one
Okay.
on. I
Okay.
did
Oh,
one
you
in.
got two different ones. Oh, okay. That's cool.
It's the same one, but I just wanted to see how it would react with me doing it in the pop up chat and on the StreamYard thing. But it's good, man. It's just
Oh,
everything's
man.
good about it. The
Ah, shit.
guitar playing, drumming.
I'm trying to put a link up and I'm screwing up. Paste. There we go.
Oh, you
All right.
use the Explorer, very good. Yeah, for some reason now those offset type guitars, man, they look really good to me. I never care, and Link's music still has that Meteora that he same price, hanging in the same spot.
Okay,
All right.
Larry, I will check out your video once when the stream ends. Let me bring up the pop-up chat. There you go. So anyway, I put a link up to a really cool dude. I think he's in England or Scotland or Ireland. I'm not sure where. He's somewhere. He's across the pond. Trevor
Mm-hmm.
Hansberry. This guy plays all kinds of different instruments, and he's very talented.
I
And
just
I think this
follow him.
particular one is a blues, and it's very, very good. So anyway, I recommend it. That's a video. I haven't done that for a while. So after you check out Larry's video, check out Trevor. Very cool dudes.
All right, so we're about an hour in. I think we covered some stuff tonight.
I think yeah, you got the home movie.
Oh yeah, and we'll see
Mitch is
some
still
more, I'm
waiting on his
sure.
guitar. So listen. I want to see some guitar action with the
Oh, I do a
ESP when
lot.
you get it back
I do a
on
lot of action. Just
video.
don't
I want you.
record a whole lot.
Well, I want you to start recording a
Well,
little
actually,
bit.
I record. Follow. I'm on this cheap guitar, this mono price Facebook group. I post stuff in there, but
Well,
I'll
what's
do
wrong?
more.
What
I'm going to do
YouTube?
more
You're not good
on
enough.
Facebook. Yeah,
Oh, so YouTube's taking like a
they
backseat to
got a
all these
lot.
other
Frank,
places.
Frank, they still have a lot of stuff in there. Yeah, I was in when I was in there last Friday. They had some cheap stuff in there, right? I'm looking at the cheap stuff, and here's the ironic thing. They'll have some of like Squire Affinity Strats, older ones or new ones. The older ones are smooth as silk. The newer ones, they all had fret sprout,
Isn't that
and they were
amazing?
used. But
Isn't
if you
that
buy something
amazing?
there, they would fix it. They would fix it. Unlike Guitar Center, they won't fix it without charging you. You know.
That
But
doesn't make any
then
sense. That doesn't make any
they
sense.
had. You ever heard of a Lotus guitar? They had a
Yeah,
Les Paul copy for $120. I didn't pull it down or anything. I'm looking at, feeling it. It felt great. I mean, the frets were nice and rounded.
really.
Yeah, it's something I might try sometime.
What is LOTUS?
I think that's what it was. Yeah,
Oh,
Lotus
well, check
guitar,
it
and
out.
it looked good. It didn't look cheap. It looked, of course, I didn't play it, but it felt good just from feeling the frets, and so. All right, so we're going to call it tonight. Everybody have a
Okay, guys.
good weekend coming up, and stay safe. And spring is coming, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen. Spring is coming.
yes. And once spring is here, that means I can be going to the beach and like beaching out by
You can do
what, May?
live streams from your phone.
I could try that.
Yeah,
I
that'd
don't
be
know. I
cool.
don't know if I can do that or not, though. I'm not good on the phone, but we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, well, I'm getting the itch, but I'm not going to get the itch for cutting the grass. No, I don't like cutting it, even though I have so little to do.
All
So,
right.
all
Well,
right,
thank you
guys.
everybody for joining us in the chat and watching this nonsense that we do occasionally, right? Every other week,
Yeah,
every week, whatever. Whenever we feel like doing it, right, Mitch?
whenever we feel like doing it, and
So we'll be
we'll do
back.
one when I got my guitar back. And I hope I hope I get it back tomorrow between
Yeah,
now and.
I'd really like to see see you in action with that because it sounded good. You
Well,
know,
I
the
was
little
working on some stuff last night, some original stuff. Just came up with this melody. It's
cool.
kind of a
Yeah.
metalish thing, but I thought it sounded pretty good.
Well,
You know,
good.
so
Then let's
I
get
didn't
it.
record it though. So
Well, let's when you get the guitar back, record it and post it.
all right, guys, we'll see you
Good
later.
night.
Y'all have a good
Mitch, I'm
week.
gonna bail because I need a cigarette.
I'm gonna bail because
All right.
I need some food.
I'll call you the next couple days. Go get something to eat.
All right, see
All
you
right.
guys. Good
Take
night
care. Good night, everybody.
and
Thanks
bye.
again.